Ethiopia is living in 2018, not metaphorically, literally. Their calendar is 7 years behind ours. You see, in 1582, we started keeping time by the Pope's watch, and Ethiopia said, no thank you. We're going to stick to God's watch. You see, in 1582, the Vatican decided they were going to delete 10 days from the calendar to fix Easter, but Ethiopia never switched up. They still run on Egypt's ancient solar calendar. Now, this system is 12 perfect months with 30 days each, with a 13th month that has either 5 or 6 days in it. And their new year begins on September 11th, and it signifies the sun's rebirth or the end of the Nile's floods. So while we are deep in 2025, they are just now stepping into 2018 in perfect rhythm with the heavens, not some man-made system like we have. Theirs isn't just a calendar, it is a timeline of spiritual order. They kept the time that everyone else in the world forgot about. The gag is, they didn't only decide we're not going to switch up on time, they didn't switch up on their Bible either. They have one of the oldest, wildest Bibles in the entire world. The kind of Bible that still contains the book of Enoch, Jubilees, and all the other lost texts that other countries forgot about long ago. This Bible means that Ethiopia might not just be living in another year, they might be living a total different reality.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Byron, back with another video. Sharing with y'all my millionaire mindset, man. A different reality is indeed absolutely is what they over there living. You mean to tell me Ethiopia timeline is still set in 2018? The year 2018, they are living in the year 2018, y'all. This defies everything, challenges everything we've understood when it comes to logic about the construction of time and everything, man. Even the Mayan calendar. But us here in the U.S., we just going by the 12-month calendar. Isn't that crazy? And here we are learning about Ethiopia and how far behind they are, because they're behind. Not only are they behind, man, they are connected. They are still in sync with the planet, with the heavens, as they say in the clip, man. I like that. I like how they laid it out. It's crazy, man, because here we are going by this 12-month calendar. And we have people who speak out and speak on these things and talk about how the new year actually doesn't start until springtime, which makes sense. But here in the U.S., in the United States, the new year starts after the ball drops. When the ball drops, January 1st of every year. But here we are learning about Ethiopia and how these people are literally still connected with their ancient history, still going by a tradition that was birthed and rooted in early civilization in Ethiopia. Excuse me, y'all. I'm still in the midst of the low class in an impoverished environment around loose dogs and things of that nature. So excuse the background noise. But as long as the sun out, anything is possible. Any day can be a great day, as long as you continue to have a positive mindset and outlook on life and where you are currently. But back into this topic of discussion, bro, that's crazy. So you mean to tell me Ethiopia is behind 2018? You know how long that was, man. I was in college in 2018. Here we are in 2026. We done had a mass global pandemic, COVID-19, back in 2020. And it just goes to show how unaligned, how in sync we are with everything, man. It's been over a decade since Gen Z been on these phones. Technology is still advancing. People are glued to social media, and the internet is crazy, man, because sometimes you got to stop and ask yourself, when was the last time you went to a library? When was the last time you went outside and went for a walk? without listening to music, without listening to a podcast? When was the last time you just sat outside and just stood in silence and listened to the nature? A lot of people can't ask themselves that. They can't backtrack and remember when. But that's the thing, man, because Ethiopia, they're so connected to their ancient history and traditions that they're still aligned to those same principles, those same values, those same morals that make up who they are as Ethiopians. That's crazy, man. And it's a blessing to see them guys still connected and deeply invested and rooted in their culture the right way, to where the legacy and the culture and the foundations is still present to this day. It's still being uplifted and still being pushed, man, because a lot of us here in the U.S., man, we seem to forgot how far people came, man, as far as Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King, man. Them guys, people like that, Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, they stood for something, man. They ain't fight as much as they fought. They ain't go through everything they go through. They didn't suffer as much as they did for us to not respect the history and the trials and tribulations that they had to face in order for us to make it where we at in our lives, as far as voting rights, as far as being able to educate ourselves when it comes to universities or school, or just being able to have a degree to work towards, you know what I mean, if that's what you was working towards or are working towards. But the thing of the matter is, Ethiopia, man, they're still connected to their traditions that started thousands and thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago. They're still connected to that rich history. And that's what a lot of people here in the U.S. got to take note of. And we have to get back to things that was started before we was even here. You know what I mean? Our people's fought to keep the civil rights movement going, to end segregation, to end the Jim Crow laws. We had to fight, man. And a lot of people don't acknowledge that enough or represent our people in the right way, you know what I mean? Our people that was already here, that have came and went, you know what I mean? But definitely comment down below, what are y'all thinks? What are y'all thoughts? I'm sorry. Because time isn't real, man. We always known that. It's just a construct. But for them to be that far behind, it just shows that God is real and there's power in people and civilization. Just because technology is advancing doesn't mean people still don't matter. Just because AI is on the rise doesn't mean people don't matter when it comes to helping society move in a better direction. Whether that's showing up to a job, showing up in school, or anything, man. People matter. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video, man. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. It's Byron sharing with y'all my millionaire mindset, man. And I for sure see y'all in that next video. Peace.